Hello guys, welcome. I will talk about what I learned today. Actually today, now it's so late here, so my voice is not that loud, so sorry for my voice. Here I translated here this part, and I will talk about what I understood. This tower is, we normally use it as a noun, but it's also a verb. It means to rise, rising fire. Here we see that, and we see from the air, from the sky, this picture, and it's taken on 9 January. So we talk about that second major place on 9 January. So that's it. So it's hard to see playing. A child can play innocently if when there is a fire all around us. Sam says that probably, and it's a distraction which we can't escape from it. And when they drive the places, the already fired, already distracted places, and they saw a lot of blackened trees. Actually some trees still burning, but from inside, not there is a fire, there is no flame, but they are burning. And the scorched earth, the soil also can burning. And this, because of that, smoke fills the air like this. Everywhere is smoke. And then at least, this is a sad story, at least 12 koala and kangaroo charmings burnt like a coal, and their carcass means skeleton. They saw lie on the side of the road, so we can say we cannot escape to that and distraction. The really bad things happening. This is a picture. So it's an ecological disaster, so big, and also the army helped them. They helped to dig trench and to bury thousands of sheep and cattle killed. So there are maybe millions animals died there. So that's bad news. Now we will talk about TED Talks. Now we understand sugar is everywhere, and if you watched yesterday's video, so it's important. We should understand how it affects the brain, how sugar affects the brain. So when we taste sugar, what happens in our brain? So when you eat a little sugar, what makes you eat more? It's a crave means it wants a lot. So for example, if you take a bite of cereal, the sugars in contains that activate one part on your tongue. You know, there are a lot of parts of your tongue. Each part tastes, for example, bitter, salty, hot, and sweet. Every part is changed. So when they take the signal, when you eat something, they send it brainstem, and from brainstem that signals go forebrain, and many areas in forebrain, and one of them is cerebral cortex. And in cerebral cortex, different sections has different functions. For example, bitter, salty, umami, I don't know this sauce or something like that, I'm not sure, and sweet. And here this part, this cortex, cerebral cortex, activate our brain's rewarding system. This rewarding system is a series of electrical and chemical networks in our brain. This is a complicated network, but it helps us to answer a question. The question is, do I should eat again? For example, you test again, you test something, the new thing. So when you are deciding that you like it or not, for example, when you meet that food, you eat it or not eat, no, don't eat. So your rewarding system helps you to give this to give answer of this question. So that's important for us. For example, there is an example. For example, you eat grandma's chocolate cake, you feel warm and fuzzy because you like it so much and you want to eat it every time. And when you eat that, your rewarding system says, yes. So you like it so much. Another thing is it can activate our rewarding system, like socializing, sexual behavior, and drugs. For example, because of that, we are addicted to some of them. But the problem is, if we overactivating this rewarding system, that can start a serial unfortunate bad events, like loss of control. We can control ourselves, or craving, want it so much, so we can't resist and go there to buy it. For example, smoking cigarette. If you don't have cigarettes, you are getting crazy to buy it, for example. And increased tolerance to sugar. Yeah, that's also a big problem. If you eat so much sugar, when you see sweet things, you directly try to eat that, not resist not to eat that. That's also another problem. That's all. Tomorrow we will translate maybe these two paragraphs. Now we will talk about hobbies. And we translated for the 3 page, and we remember yesterday's story said, where are you going? Ask a question. And today we will apologetically said, what about a light? It means it's pretending to like he's going to open a light. And the old dwarf says, we like the dark. Like here, this is Bilbo says this, I think. Dark for dark business, and there are many hours before dawn. Dawn means in the morning, in the early morning. In the early morning, there are many hours, so we will wait in dark. So after that, Bilbo actually afraid and said of course, and sat down in hurry with that fear. And he missed the stool, and before he remembered, he was sitting on the stool and he couldn't find it. Maybe one dwarf sat on it, so it sat in the fender, and he knocked and he hit a poker and shovel with a crash, accidentally hit them, and they fall down, and they of course make sound. So Gandalf said hush. Hush means quiet in English, and then said let Thorin speak. So Thorin started to speak, and actually first he praised Mr. Baggins a lot. For example, he said he is the most excellent and audacious, means brave, most brave hobbit, but in fact he is not. And he all praises his wine or ale, something like that. And our wine he's not get used to this kind of compliments. And Thorin paused for a breath and for a polite remark. Remark means speech, a word from the Hobbit. But at that time Hobbit was shocked, and the flummox means shocked. Afallamak. It's a good word, you can use it in your speech actually. And actually he was wagging, means shaking his mouth to protest or to say something against called audacious, the worst of fellow conspirator here I translate like işbirlikçi. So Bilbo doesn't agree with this, so he want to say something but he can't, so there is no noise come out because I understood he is in shock, so he couldn't speak. So Thorin kept talking, and he said, we are here to talk about our plans, our ways, means, policy and devices, and we need to go out and go to journey soon. But this journey is a dangerous journey. Maybe one of us, maybe all of us can't return back, except our friend and counselor in genius wizard Gandalf, because Gandalf he is a wizard, so he has a great power, so he is hard to be killed, so accept him. Maybe perhaps all of us can be died there. So he started to introduce this long journey to dwarves and our Bilbo. So we stopped here. Tomorrow I will start to translate this page. Maybe after 5 or 10 page they will set out to this journey. So actually I'm excited while I'm reading this novel. That makes me excited. Okay guys, that's all what I want to talk about. I hope these kind of videos help you to improve your English. The most important thing is actually this video. I want this video make you motivate, and please write on the comment section what did you learn today. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.